Welcome back, WeArEuS, and this is Enderal, Forgotten Stories. For those of you who watched the previous episode, we left off displaying our... frick. My head really is pounding for no good reason. We left off displaying, after having displayed our questionable morality, which seems to fluctuate considerably more than a normal person's does. Or it's really consistent, I'm not entirely sure. I do need to sell some of this stuff, but I'm not really concerned about the actual profits, so I don't think I need to equip anything for it. Oh yes! Lyrical gushes. Wait. Signpost. Should be one down here too. No, you're not. You are a low quality NPC. There's really no sign here? I'd much rather cut down on the amount of editing I have to do of the loading screen. So, let's head directly to the marketplace.
Hear my words, O path-abiding people of this holy city.
Yeah? Now, I just put them out for you to look at. Tell me what you need, and be quick about it.
So, I figured that today we might just progress with the story. I'm not entirely sure that's what I want to do. So I'm going to first... Yeah, you're not getting this until I have my stuff equipped.
You're an outlander, aren't you? I can tell.
Let's see. Put this away. Anything else? You know, I'm really worried about some of these things I'm finding at random being necessary for completing the Forgotten Hearts quest, is it? Oh, right, we also have this. 800 XP for that. The wild mage Gargantua is hiding at the slope of the Frostcliff Mountains. She is devoted to elemental summoning and a former pupil of Firespark. There are 570 Enderalian pennies issued for her death.
Fruits, vegetable.
But anyway, the quest I was talking about, it's the one involving the wells that need something in order to feel complete. The last one I did needed a goblet and some sort of circlet, I think. I have the paper for what it requested, but I'm not going to go get it.
Bread fresh from the oven. Treat yourself.
Okay, so we now have about 190 carry weight remaining. Which means I'm carrying 300 weight. I wish all of you... For a second I had a severe urge to nuke this entire area. But it's not like I can kill most of the people here. So, this is where I need to go. As I said before, I'm considering continuing on with the story just to keep things feeling like they're progressing. But I also want to see what comes of this particular story involving the poisoning. Or the ambush of the caravan that consisted of one man. So, wait a minute.
Walk blessed.
Doesn't this guy have a key? Don't I have his key? I don't think so. No, as a matter of fact, I don't. There it is. Dang it. So it's higher up. Beauty.
If only that man knew a thing or two about reliability.
Just making sure I'm not being seen by anyone. I do need nails. I need to keep that in mind. I don't know what for. I think it's most useful for handiwork involving leather. Mostly the creation of stuff. Grindstone. I don't have a need for that. I also can hardly see. Let's fix that. So apparently we don't get a quest from Penny Pincher that allows us to continue the story involving the caravan. That is actually kind of disappointing. Take thistle. Ooh, a master door. Nope, definitely not that way. There it is. Neat. You really should get more XP for picking a master level lock. Yoink. Fragment of a right tooth. Oh yeah, we need that. Moonstone. Oh yeah. Yoink. Okay. Oh, I need to put that in the... I need to take that all the way down to the crypt. What? Why is it just on top of a piece of paper? There shouldn't be an issue with us just walking out. So he's got nothing for us, so I don't know how we're going to continue the quest involving, well, technically the quest is done, but I want to know how it ends.
If only
Whether they were...
that man knew a thing or two about reliability.
I wanted to know whether they were guilty or not.
Quack.
Though I have my doubts that him investigating the poison is actually going to turn up anything.
Evening.
Let's see. First, we'll go to sleep and then we'll continue the main quest. Just for today. Okay. So... No. Okay. Let's figure out... We'll go to Duneville probably next episode, assuming we're not still stuck dealing with this. We need to go to the Heartland's border, and I have a scroll that can do just that.
Hungry for arcane secrets? I have books. Anything from friends of past.
So we're at the Myrid Tower. Okay. I knew I should have just looked. They made sure we actually had this
So
equipped.
much to do, so little time.
So, this way.
Yes.
No. Grandmaster Aranthiel sent me. I'm supposed to take the trial to become a keeper because he's retarded, apparently.
Oh, yes. You're the prodigy.
I wish people would stop saying
I
that.
was expecting something else. I hope you're aware of what you're getting yourself into. Our novices trained for years for this trial. And as much as I respect the Grand Master, I think this is naive. In other words, it will be dangerous. Be aware of that.
Well, at least dangerous means not boring.
Oh, look at that. It's a bold swashbuckler. But fine, as you like. Then it seems I'm granted the extraordinary honor of exalting the first pathless in the history of the Order to a keeper. The others will scream for joy.
Trust me,
Give
I
me
want
the
this no
package
more
the
than you do.
Grandmaster gave you, and say hello to your new comrades. I have to go prepare something.
Ugh. Great. Hi.
What? Oh, hello. You're our unexpected addition, aren't you?
You got a
The
little something
prodigy?
on your face there. Yeah, just call me by my name. It sounds a whole lot less awkward.
It does, actually. I'm Kalia Sakaresh, by my path novice and aspirant to the First Sigil. I've been told what you did in Old Rashengrad, that you saved the excavations and fought back the mercenaries all on your own. An astonishing feat, truly. You have my respect for that.
It wasn't much of a decision, and these days I seem to get into trouble wherever I go. And go wherever the trouble seems to be.
Well, as long as you handle it as well as you did in Old Rashengrad, that's not a bad thing, is it? You know, I'm really
should ask the
curious
dead
as to
people
what
that.
the mercenaries thought they were doing. Someone willing to attack the Holy Order is either extremely powerful or extremely naive. Anyway, it's been an honor to meet you in person. Let's talk later.
I can only imagine that this conversation will be a lot less pleasant.
I don't want to hear it.
Just look at his face. Smarmy bastard.
You're prattling. I don't want to hear it. Just shove off.
As expected. As you wish, Princess.
Heretics.
All right.
He's going to
enough of
die
the
first,
chatter.
isn't he?
Come here. Here. These potions will be necessary later, so be careful with them. Apart from that, it's still a few miles to the ritual place. As you're all gifted with magic, the spores in the forest ahead will make you a little dizzy, but we won't stay for long. Any questions?
What spores are you talking about exactly?
Long story. Simply put, they come from a special kind of mushroom that has infested this forest, and staying near them worsens the arcanist's fever.
Oh god, of course it does.
So, in case you're thinking about exploring further, take some magical protection and some ambrosia with you.
Got that covered.
Good. Stay close to me.
First, I need to get some stuff out of... Not here. I need more. I'm pretty sure I have extra health potions in here, right? So, no. We do have more disease cure potions. At least there's that. I've got a lot of...
It's too late for that now. Korek would conquer the city. Then you will be ashamed.
So I'm guessing I'm the only one that heard that. Good to know that everyone else is a chump. Ooh, Baldur's Fruit. Need that.
So this is the Whispering Forest. Fascinating.
Ooh.
I've
Yoink,
heard a
yoink.
lot about it, but never actually seen it.
Ooh.
Poor thing.
Ooh.
My brothers and I have seen the border countless many times before.
Ooh.
I bet you know all about the Undercity's rat holes instead.
I see he's a noble. Clearly.
More of them.
That was all of them.
200 XP for that. And thing's not even on my level. Like, literally, I mean. What were we going to do? Right, Mage Light. Because the lighting here is a little funky. Great. More Arcane Fever, just what I needed. Ooh.
Wait, do you see that?
Yeah.
Yes, that man. What is he doing?
Who cares? He's probably just a traveler.
You don't
He
see what he's
shouldn't
doing,
be
do
here.
you?
No merchant in his right mind would voluntarily travel through the Whispering Forest. We'll go take a look at him. Stay ready.
There appears to already be a body there. We got the armor going. What else do we need? I'd rather not use Grave Curse and kill everyone in the area. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Get drunk. There we go.
I see it.
She's with me now. Forever.
Key rush.
What? You there! Who are you, and what are you doing here?
He's working.
She's with me now. Forever.
What are you, deaf? Identify yourself!
His eyes. Master, this is the red madness.
Shit, of course. You will put away that pickaxe right now, my sir, and then get on your knees.
She wanted to leave. Don't you understand? She wanted to leave.
Let's see if I can get the... There we go.
Just like that.
This is
No.
disgusting.
She will stay. She
By the righteous path!
Son, did you just
Have you lost
electrocute
your
me?
mind?
I could ask you the same thing, damn it. Did you forget what Magister Yarrow did to the novices? This man could have attacked us at any moment.
Oh, really? Malphus, protect us from your cunning. But did the thought ever cross your mind that one needs to understand a disease in order to heal it? And that some apothecary might have given their left hand for a living patient?
You're not being fair, Master. I was only protecting us.
Like
You
Hector
jumped the
did,
gun.
You behaved like an idiot, and not for the first time. The other masters might ignore that fact due to your religious commitment and
look
your
at me.
bloodline. I get that. But if something like this ever happens again, you will be suspended from the rites and will spend the rest of your life polishing prayer banks in the sanctum. Do I make myself clear?
He really was trying to protect us, Master. Maybe...
Do I make myself clear?
You do, Master. And I beg your forgiveness for my offense.
Stop rubbing his leg.
Granted. Now let's push on. We will take care of the body after the ritual.
Are you okay?
Just save it.
Just keeping an eye out for more Baldur's fruit. I've been here before. But that doesn't mean anything. Surely they've spawned something new.
Here it is. The first foothold. This is where Malphus's vassals erected their first camp. So behave yourselves accordingly. You too, prodigy.
Well, it's a little too late for that. Whatever was up here, I took. What in the world?
Well then, before we start, there's something I need to tell you. Something, important. The rumors concerning the deaths of the Lightborn, they're true.
What?
The gods are dead. They fell 2 winters ago, beneath the sword of an unknown traveler. We, that is, the Order, have known about this for quite some time now, but haven't told the common people yet. But since the 3 of you intend to take the trial, there's no way to disguise the truth anymore.
But how can a god die?
There was a prophecy, as old as the Lightborn themselves, in which there was talk of a shadow god, who would end the era of gods. And it came true. I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
You're telling us that the gods have been killed, and you are sorry. What's next? That tomorrow the sun will stop shining?
That's
Tell
not
us
the way that works.
But this is a test, Master. It is, isn't it? A test of our faith.
No, the Lightborn are dead. But, hard as it may be to accept, we cannot afford
We?
to fall into a
Who
spiritual
the heck
crisis
is
right
we?
now.
The Order of the Gods. Malphus's order was created to protect the Lightborn. And if what you're saying, this blasphemy is true, then we're meaningless. We failed, don't you see that? Oh, by the Black Guardian, I just can't believe it.
And though I shan't be seen, thou shalt live by my virtue. 3rd Revelation, verse 137. I know it's hard, Dunwar, but if this is true, we have to show strength and keep on believing in what the Lightborn stood for, which is the idea of peace and...
Oh, just shut your mouth, Sakaresh. If anything, you lowborn scum are living proof that the Order is going downhill. Do you really think I don't know about the village? You're a damned witch, and if this were the old times, you would have been crucified long time ago.
You don't mean that,
See,
Dunwar.
this is why I let her keep on
Drop
killing
it, For heaven's
nobles.
sake, we're all on the same side here.
No, we are not. This wench doesn't have any right to wear the white robes. And if you would spend more time with the holy scriptures instead of your brandy bottle, you would see it as well. But no, you just...
Shut up! I swear to you, one more word and you will wish that I just suspended you.
But
No buts. Do you understand?
Yes.
I doubt that.
I hope so, for your sake. Just be glad that this is a time when we need skilled mages more than ever. Just be glad. Now enough of this. Our demeanor defiles this sacred place. There will be enough time for depression and personal crisis after the trial.
Only one of them is
Let's
suffering
recite
from
the
that.
holy words. Thou art my light, my glimmer at the horizon. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor. In life as in death. May your light guide me. Good. As you know, this trial will test the fortitude of your spirit. Because this is what distinguishes a keeper from a soldier. What distinguishes a wise man from a fool. Keep that in mind. Now, drink the potion I gave you. You first, Prodigy. Let's hope the Grand Master was right about you.
Yeah. Great. We're probably naked because I lost my spell bonus. A set bonus.
Oh no. No. No, no. I knew I wouldn't be the last one. Did they also tell you the tales about the Keeper's spirit? They've lured you into a trap, you know. And you fell for it. Because you're arrogant. Just as I am. As I was.
You're not real, are you?
Of course not. At least not according to your definition of the word. But then again, what is reality anyway? If I told you that you and your friend Sirius actually lie dead at the bottom of the sea, and that everything that has happened so far, your journey to Ark, the search at the Sun Coast, was only a dream, would you be able to recognize the truth? The answer is no. Because you don't want to be dead. Therefore, your mind will do anything to make you believe this entire dream you've had was and is reality.
How am I able to dream if I'm actually dead? That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't it? Tell me, what is time to the dead and dreaming anyway? The last second before the water floods into your lungs. The very last instant before it tears them apart. In your mind, it could be an eternity. A self-created sanctuary built from nothing but your wishes. But what's the point in talking anyway? You don't want to believe me. And I'm tired of trying to make you. Now leave me alone before we make the suppressor even angrier. He doesn't like words. He likes the silence.
You spoke to me. I would have ignored you. Maybe. The suppressor, who is that supposed to be?
What? They haven't told you about him? Oh, that's so typical. The suppressor. He's the reason why we will be imprisoned here forever, and why we can't access our feelings and wishes. And he does it because he wants us to lose hope, to stop believing. And, you know, sometimes I wonder if that's exactly what we humans, what I have to do to finally be free. Give up. Detach myself from the dreams of the past. Who knows if there were anything else than phantasms to begin with. But no. No, not yet. It's too early to surrender. And isn't that what makes us human anyway? To hope? And to just keep on waiting for that one miracle that will end the pain once and for all?
Now you got it.
Yeah, I'll wait. And you will wait with me forever.
Ooh, you had it. Then you lost it. Hey! Doesn't matter, I still have my magic. So let's see what we've got here.
What the? How did you do that?
I wish I knew.
You simply opened it? But that's impossible. All these years it's kept me from escaping, and you just...
Walk right up to it and do nothing.
Come on. We have to look. We have to look and see what's outside. We won't get far, but still, we have to see. Come, lead the way.
Well, at least they couldn't take my quest items from me. I'm really not a fan of having my items taken off of me. The frick? Well, that is terribly awkward. Hey, buddy. What's going on back there? Crap, that means we don't have anything to heal with either. Nope, that's not ominous. Yeah, can't do anything with that. Wait, hold on. Paralyze. So the only one of us that's actually equipped is Sam. That's fine. Man, if I have to refavorite all of those freaking potions again, I'm going to be extremely pissed. Oh, okay. You know...
By the gods! These are the scourges of the suppressor. They want to punish us.
They're just standing there, menacingly. Calm down. I have a suspicion that without my usual gear, I'll have a much harder time actually killing them, so I'm going to play it a little safe. That's where we were. Yeah, so the only way out is through. Where? There he is. Go fetch. Something to make a mess with. But what? I don't know. None of these is a really good option. Well, nothing in them. Going to need to turn on the lights again. Let us listen to the silence. What really drives you? Who are you? Who are you since you have set foot on Enderal? Now you are the opposite of what you really are. Instructive, strong, powerful, meaningful. In short, the prophet. You have constructed a narrative for yourself, a fairy tale. A fairy tale about who you want to be. And you have found exactly those people who confirm it. That's the most important thing, isn't it? You found someone who believes in your fairy tale. Don't you see? You're simply wrong. All about you is wrong. You are pathetic. You know that. What would Sirius say about this? I think he would be jealous. The rack. Nice. Nothing else appears to be in here. Ooh. Nice. You know, I put on Tempest and then never actually did anything with it. Oh, I want that. Got a bow. I wouldn't mind that. Oh, it's over? You at least let me have some fun. There we go. My mistake. All of you look ephemeral to me. Oh, look who's finally joined us. Ah, there we go. Daddy likes his axe. So, what do we put on? Definitely the war axe. Oops, wrong one. I guess we'll favorite them for now. Light's about to run out again, so do that. Well, oh yeah. You know it's a party when we find wine. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. You know that, right? surely does this. You need to move.
At least it's safe.
Define safe. I better... What are we looking for here? Fine. Divine shield, that doesn't look okay. And protection from magic. Now... You okay, man? You need some help? He's got a rope in his head. That is a patent no if I've ever seen one. Light map, frick. Forgot to... We'll take that. There we go. Nothing in here. Let's dance. They're made of paper, and they call me the fax machine. So that leads out to here, so we go this way. Yeah, I thought so. Though I had expected...
Haven't we been here before? By the gods, everything here looks so similar. It's a...
Are you high? We've never been this way before. These traps, do you see these? They're new. Calm down. I hear it.
No, no, no. Do you see it? All the cells, they're all empty. And there's blood. Oh no. There were people in there just like us. They didn't know their place either, and now they're dead.
You really do need to calm down.
Dissolved. Because they dared to disobey the suppressor.
Let's see. Get some. Nice.
By the gods. This is what will happen to us too. I knew it was a mistake to leave in the first place. I just knew it.
You can go back. I shall not. Is there a way to get in there? Yum. And it's a standard health potion. Both of you need to move, or you will be taking an axe. You already know I don't lie. At least they're not using magic. That's one less spell I have to cast. You know, I should have expected it, but I didn't. Nice job. I only realized what was coming the moment that pedestal raised. Let's see. So I guess we'll take the door until we figure out. Frick. What in the ever-loving... I knew you weren't real. You're just silly. Oh, I want to walk through the bars too. I wonder. All he wanted was a nice, crisp piece of meat. Back up. This is my moment. I want to check the bodies of the guys that were hanging. Why in the world? There we go. Be out of there. That's what we were looking for. Nothing on panic, hopelessness, or despair. Wrong one. You probably shouldn't be standing there. Okay, let's see. Oh, what am I thinking? Making this harder than it needs to be. This should work. Yeah, that's the ticket. Although it eludes me how you're supposed to get through that without telekinesis. Oh, right, he's still freaking trapped down there. He can be so difficult sometimes. Now, see, this. This is the same.
Oh no, no! Can't you see? We're back. What? Leave me alone! Suppressor's punishment. It will be horrible.
Why are you so afraid of this suppressor? I haven't seen anyone or anything matching that name.
No, you haven't. Because you're blind. The suppressor is here, in every single stone, in every bone, in every drop of blood, and yet you are too blind to see it.
Possibly.
But I should have known. I mean, what can you expect from someone who has killed his entire family? I followed you because for a brief moment, you made me want to believe, and now you've dragged me into the abyss along with you.
I don't understand. Who are you? A part of me? An illusion? What?
Of course I'm a part of you, and you are a part of me. Isn't that obvious? But I should have known you wouldn't understand. You're too weak. You always were.
There's a way out of here. There has to be.
No, there isn't. Just look at us. Look at what we are. We are the damned because we are trapped too deeply in the past. And that's why we do not deserve freedom.
These skeleton pieces make no sense. Also, one of the legs is missing. Somebody got hungry. That's the poop bucket.
What? The suppressor's punishment. It will be horrible.
Interacting with him is not the way. Oh. Oh. It can't be that obvious, can it?
Well, well. So you figured it out? Yes. I am what keeps you in this place. But was it blind rage that made you act, or have you truly understood who I am? Have you understood what drives you and determines your actions?
Curiosity, mostly.
The salt corrodes your skin, and the water filling your lungs is cold. But you still haven't found it, child, have you?
Stop taking my soul of the petrified one. I'm loving that noise going on in the background there.
Oh, hey. Good to see you awake. How are you feeling?
Where are the others? Dummy, Kalia, and Master Bartar.
Good question. The room was empty when I came here. Actually, that's quite weird now that you mention it. The entire temple seemed kind of deserted. But, probably a ceremony or something like that. Now, tell me, how are you holding up? I heard this trial's quite the feat. Apparently, some of the novices never wake up again.
I'm fine. Where are we exactly?
In the temple. The curarium, to be precise. You were brought here when you were traveling with that Ixon guy. I think the others are already awake, but I didn't want to leave you here, so I thought I'd just stay. I mean, hey, you are a keeper of the first sigil now, aren't you? I believe congratulations are in order.
How do you know about Ixon?
Everyone knows about Ixon, and the fact that you're asking this shows how little you actually understood. You're pathetic, you know that? Simply pathetic.
Excuse me? Do you want the axe too?
I said you are pathetic. At first, we believed it would be more exciting this time. But now that we've seen the new prophet, our hopes are gone. You're a joke.
A nobody who let his only friend kick the bucket. As if you'd ever accept that. You humans are always so damn persistent, aren't you? Why? Why can't you just let go?
Because in the end, you are powerless, just as all those before you. And you, prophet, you are the biggest joke of all.
You are nothing but an urchin.
A weakling.
I don't even know who you are.
And a murderer.
And that is why you will burn. All of you. The cleansing will happen, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
Well, now that you've told me that, I have to do everything to stop it. So you're the ones behind it, aren't you? Why are you doing this anyway? What have we done to you?
What have you done to us? You are so naive. The world is an interplay of cause and effect, and the only logical consequence of your existence is annihilation. That's the way it was, and that's the way it's going to be. But enough of the banter, urchin. We wanted to meet you, and so we did, even though the result is rather sobering. Now wake up. Keep on stumbling through the mist.
Great. Says my chest and it won't even let me in. My God.
Thank Malphus. I was starting to think I was the only one. How are you? You look exhausted.
Yeah, I had a bit of a bad dream. A nightmare, really.
You did. That's probably one of the after effects of the potion, but it will pass, I'm sure of it. But it's good to see the Grandmaster was right after all. I woke up just a few hours earlier, and he was here in the meantime. He didn't doubt for a single second that you would make it. But I suppose mutual congratulations are in order. We made it. We passed the trial.
So are we keepers now?
Almost, yes. All that is left to do is to take the oath, and then Grandmaster Aranthiel will exalt us to the keepers of the first sigil. Speaking of whom, he also told me some things while you were asleep. About the Pyreans, about these dreams, and of course, about this cycle.
Ah, so you're aware.
This is so bizarre, really. At first we're told out of nowhere that the gods have died, and now humanity is on the brink of extinction. This is a lot to take in.
It's a wild ride, huh? Let's see. This one. I figured. So, what do you make of all this? The cycle, this cleansing, as they call it.
Hard to say. I never had those dreams the Grandmaster talked about, even though I'm magically gifted. But then again, I always had the feeling that the Red Madness was more than an ordinary disease. Well, I suppose all of this explains a lot. At least now I can understand why the Grandmaster was willing to break all the traditions of the Order just to get you exalted to be a keeper. According to him, most of our battle against the cycle will stand or fall with you.
So what's the next step?
Well, as I said, we both have to take the Holy Oath.
Ugh.
You should talk to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready. He's waiting for you in the Emporium.
We both? What about, Chuckles back there?
Right. Dunwar. The apothecary examined him about an hour ago, and it doesn't look good. It's likely that he'll never wake up again.
Of course not. You know, given his attitude, it would have been surprising if he had passed.
He was impulsive, yes. But to some extent, I can understand why he was the way he was.
The way he was not acceptable.
You know, Dunwar was one of those people who tried to gild their insecurity with boastful behavior. The reality is that he was the last of his bloodline, and his faith in the path and his destiny as a keeper were all that he had left. And who knows? Maybe he would have been a great help to the Order with the right guidance. But I guess Master Bartar's revelation was just too much for him. It's hard to be told that everything you've lived for was a lie.
You know, you don't seem to be too shaken up over all of this. The death of the Lightborn, I mean.
Well, maybe I just don't show it as much. But yes, in a way, you're probably right. I suppose that's mainly due to the fact that to me, as opposed to Dunwar, the Order always stood for an idea. And an idea doesn't die with the one who first thought of it. Funny that the Grandmaster said nearly the same thing during the exaltation. Dunwar would have considered it blasphemy.
You know, you talk about the Lightborn and their ideas as if they wouldn't have cost thousands of lives. They weren't as benevolent as you make them out to be. Why would I ever say that? Interesting thought. Although, speaking of Dunwar, what was the thing at the ritual place all about? He called you a witch.
I knew the question would come eventually. I suppose the answer depends on whether you're in the mood for some gloomy talk. Sooner or later, you'll hear it from someone else anyway, so why not from me first?
I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't interested.
As you wish. Where should I start? Maybe with the fact that I don't remember anything that happened before my 6th winter. I don't know where I was born, and I never got to know my parents.
You don't remember? Asking why sounds like a stupid thing to do, but here we go.
I wish I knew. What I do know, though, is that the first memory I have is of waking up in the middle of some village. It was dark, and I felt dizzy and, I don't know, empty? That's probably the best way to describe it. I eventually found the strength to get up and look around, and, well, that's when I realized what was actually going on around me.
And what was going on?
The entire village. It had been destroyed. There were corpses everywhere. Men, women, children. And the houses had been crushed as if some mad god had rampaged through the streets there. And it had all just happened hours before because the destruction was still fresh. Whatever it was, I didn't have much time to think about it. As soon as I got up, I saw 3 riders coming through the smoke. One of them got off his horse, ran towards one of the corpses and started screaming something in my direction. Then I felt a blow on the back of my head and I lost consciousness. By the name of the sun, it's strange to talk about it like this. It's been so long, but the memory feels as if it had happened yesterday.
Do you have any idea why those men attacked you? Although it doesn't seem like it was the men because they were in front of her. They had just approached, right? Maybe I guess there might have been a fourth.
Well, it turned out the riders were hunters who had come from that village. They must have observed whatever it was from the distance and ridden back to the village. At least I think that's how it went. I guess I'll never find out. The reason they thought I was somehow involved is that the village priest found me a couple of days before it happened near a shrine in the wilderness. Apparently, I was wearing torn clothing, and no matter what the apothecary tried, he couldn't wake me up from my comatose sleep. And it seems that made the writers think I was some kind of witch child, or unholy beast, whichever you prefer.
So, a mere coincidence led them to think a mere 6-year-old child destroyed an entire village, huh?
For you, maybe. For them, as simple people, it was probably the best explanation they had. And think about it, it's not that far off. A motherless child who neither talks nor breathes steadily is found abandoned on the roadside and has a strange mark on her face. They leave to go hunting, and when they come back, they find their village in ruins with that foundling child being the only survivor. You have to admit, it's not that much of a stretch, even if those men hadn't been superstitious farmers.
It's definitely curious. And these men wanted to do what exactly? Take revenge?
Probably. Truth be told, I try not to think about it too much. And actually, it doesn't matter, because I somehow managed to get away before they could do anything. I even made it to Ark all by myself, which didn't turn out to be much of an improvement in the end because I was pathless.
So you ended up in the Undercity, right?
Yes. Thinking about it now, I actually wonder how I made it through my time down there. But maybe that's one of the advantages of being a child. You don't think. You just act. Still, the winters down there were cruel, and if Master Tyrus hadn't found and taken care of me, I probably wouldn't have made it through my second year.
Master Tyrus, a keeper adopted you?
Yes, otherwise I would not be here. He saw me, and he knew what he had to do, is how he put it. Of course, the Order wasn't too happy about a pathless child in the Scuola, just as some aren't happy about you being here. But Tyrus was a highly regarded man, and that's why they let it slide.
So he just saw you and figured, I think I'll take one of these. You know, that sounds too good to be true, don't you?
It does, yes. But then, he had lost both his wife and daughter 5 years before he found me. So maybe I was some kind of substitute. I don't know. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I owe him everything. He was a good man, and that's all that matters.
I'm pretty sure I could imagine the answer to that question. But for those of you who can't, why is the Order so preoccupied about pathless trying to get into their ranks? It's not like we both don't have our reasons.
That's right, we do. But we are both still pathless, and that disqualifies us according to the holy verses. I guess now you understand why I was never as connected to Malphas's teaching as Dunmore was.
Yeah.
To some of the Keepers, I am still an outcast. And no matter what I do, I always will be.
Yeah, that part doesn't matter.
Yes. And now I'm here. Well, here we've reached the end of my impressive tale. I hope you liked it.
So what happened to Master Tyrus? Where is he now? given that she said was, he's obviously dead.
Gone. He was very old, and there was nothing anyone could do about it. But I'd prefer not to talk about it, if you don't mind.
All that needed to be said was said. So that means Dunwar believes that this story about you being responsible for the destruction of that village is actually true. I don't know why we're talking about someone who's not going to wake up again, but sure, let's go with this.
He does, yes, and he's not alone in his opinion. One of those hunters
course
recognized
not.
me in the market my first year as a novice, and you can imagine that it was easy pickings for those who were already against my presence in the Order. From then on, they added names to the derogatory stares. Demon Child, Witch, whatever they could come up with.
Well, you are talented and intelligent. I guess some might say you're pretty too. Many reasons for the other novices to envy you. Naturally.
Yes, maybe. You know what's funny? To some extent, I'm glad to be who I am. That way, people just leave me alone, and that gives me more time to focus on what's important, on my goals.
Which would be what?
Several. But I'd say that's enough of the gloomy stories, don't you think? There will be plenty of time for chatter in the future. Maybe.
Alright. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't care less about Dunwar. So, let's talk later. I should probably go see the Grandmaster.
You should. It's already late, but if you want, I can show you the most important places in the temple before you go to the Emporium. What do you think?
You know what? Why not?
Good. Then get your gear from the chest by your bed and we'll go. You should reclaim your gear before we leave. Okay, let's go.
Oh, good. Okay. You, not you, not you. Just to make sure that, and you. Get out of here. Where are the pants? I must have been wearing pants. Are they shoes then? I don't see anything that would fit. Weird. Anyway, because I know we were wearing pants when we got out of the bed. Let's see. I think we're all set. Ah. It includes the pants. It's a onesie. At least he's quiet now. Yeah, I've been here before.
Alright, this is the Sanctum. It's a place of silence and prayer, and also where we'll be exalted later.
What the frick is he doing?
My glimmer, path arises wherever you look. Thy name is my sacrament, and thy path I will honor in life as in death.
You guys probably couldn't see in that area back there.
A good pipe of peace waiting. Jesus, why is that stuff so expensive?
The frick? you just take a dump over there?
Yes.
Oh, too good.
Okay, I think you've seen this place before.
Yeah.
We call this part of the temple the Chronicle, and in here is guided the knowledge of the Order, written down in books and parchments. Plus, all of the experiments and research on artifacts and magic is done here. So it's a place you'll probably see often in the near future. Ah, and just below the Chronicon is the temple smithing. You should go there if you need equipment. Over there, that's the Scuola and the quarters, where both the keepers and the novices live. There's also a training room where everything from swordplay to marksmanship can be trained and taught. You will find some skilled teachers there. Well, I think that's about it. You've already been to the Emporium, and I assume to the Eye of the Gods as well. I suggest you speak to the Grandmaster as soon as you're ready to take the oath.
Fair enough. What do you do for now?
Prepare myself, probably. Now walk blessed. I will see you soon.
I appreciate that guard's honesty. When you take a public dump, you typically just don't say that you took a public dump. Now, the only reason we're actually here is because she said I could find some people who might be willing to teach me. Some fighting skills. At the very least, I hope to find someone selling books. Ooh. Seraph, I already know this one.
War on Nerum.
Shut up.
War on Kile.
Shut up.
Red madness.
Shut up.
The fuck is wrong with this world?
Ooh. Dang it. I'm going to be so angry if that's copyright. Okay, let's see. This light's for you guys, not for me. I need silence, right? Yeah, that's costly. Wow. Bank Vault Key 2 of the Trukessa. Of course it's empty. Yoinky.
If you are 3 sheets to the wind, and you stagger through the alleys of art, a manhole cover will open up. One more step and your life will be gone. Down in the deep, down in the dark, he waits for us.
Also note that me taking that amethyst out of that chest was not stealing. Curious that. And he's awake. Sleep, my child. I'm still keeping an eye out for the books of the butcher. Wait, there's a potion on the bed. Ooh. Yeah, but there doesn't appear to be anyone here. We already checked that. That goes outside.
They were only 200 people strong. When Malphus ordered them to come along, follow on my path to another land where happiness and peace forever dwell. They left and sailed across the mighty sea. They suffered hunger, fear, and misery.
Hey, buddy.
Yet they endured their woe, praising Malphus's wisdom day by day.
So, how's it hanging? Light Herald.
What?
Master Rago. Oh, it's you.
What?
I remember you. Bye-bye now. I don't think I have enough to cast Silence again. Pretty sure I've read Starry Night already. Oh, I can get that for free. Nice. Get up. Okay. Nice talk. I appreciate your candor.
What?
Deepest, blackest night, the guard called out. Their shouts of joy resounded clear and loud.
I really can't get through there.
Wonderful and bright, from high up in the sky.
Well, let's see where this door down here goes. Oh, I don't think I've been here before. I'm mostly just looking around for more books from the Butcher Arc. No. You stay here. Oh God. Yeah, so there's nothing in here. So, I figure this is the best possible place for us to end today's video. We've been together for about an hour and a half now, and I think it's time for us to go. I hope you guys have enjoyed everything you've seen thus far, and I hope you'll return for more, because there will be more Enderal tomorrow, as a matter of fact. It'll be preceded by, what's the name of that game? Biomutant, which I actually kind of like. I need to get better at that, so I'm really hoping to be able to knock the editing for these two videos out and get to that as quickly as possible. I'm going to start another save on that game and make a new character. So I'm looking forward to that. Nevertheless, with all that said, we will see you next time.